Welcome back to another episode on the Oshay Vlogcast channel. I am your host, Oshay Duke Jackson. Man, today you guys are going to really be in for a real treat. I got one of my mentors here. I saw his video before I even started YouTubing, the Suit and Tie Brother. Man, it really changed a lot of ways that I think, how I see things. The one and only, he changed his name like every 5 days, but Brotherhood left. You may know him as Q. You now know him as News You Need to Know. Very intelligent brother from the West Coast. Man, he's just, I say he's probably one of the best YouTubers you probably never heard about. And we've been wanting to do a hangout for a long time. We kept missing one another. What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's going on, man? Oh, great one. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm glad to have you here because you were one of the first people, if not the first, that started making content exclusively for an underserved Black male audience. You know, you're one, if not the first that I heard on YouTube. Let me ask you this: you're a very talented person, bro. You're very bright. You're very intelligent, smart, witty. Why did you decide?
Only on Mondays.
Only on Mondays.
Only on Mondays.
Why did you decide that you wanted to make content for just Black men when you could be doing something else?
Somebody helped me. And what it was is that I was just doing like a lot of other cats. And my boss, who was only my boss for, he came to take over for my other boss. And he was only my boss for a month before I left the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we became great friends. He was the director of a hospital. And as you know, that's a whole different level of conversation that you got to have, right?
Mm-hmm. And
he was the only Black man at an all-white company.
Mm-hmm.
Brother from New Orleans, cool as hell, down to earth. Ain't no coon in him. He used to sell dope. He used to do all this type of stuff. But he had the same experience that I have, which was turn your situation around and make the system respect you. And what he did was I chopped it up with him about some stuff I saw him lacking at. And then he turned around and said to me, like a year later, "Hey, homie, you one of the smartest people I know, but here's where you're lacking." And I respected that so much that as I was dabbing on YouTube, I said, you know what? Let me give this away. That the shit that I know that a lot of other cats are not privy to. You know, just like today, I wanted to tell you about how the Pakistani and the Indian people are coming to the country and they're creating headhunter job searches for people who are degreed or certified. Mm-hmm. And they're getting a payday just like a temp, and they're getting a payday, and that's something Black men should be doing. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So I just start getting other levels of conversation. I just start, man, let me give this away for free on YouTube while I'm on here. And that's what really had me start helping cats. And I really wasn't looking for nothing, because even you told me about turning my ass in. So I hadn't had none of that stuff on, you know. And I just started hearing dudes who thought they knew what time it was, but they really didn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me start.
Okay. You see things on another level as far as Black male development. Like I said, you even helped me. A person, we're from the same place. We both used to live in Sacramento, but I never physically met you. In fact, it's funny because when I first talked to you, you called into my Blog Talk radio show before I even had a YouTube account. I remember the number was a 510 number. But
right,
you see things as a fair critic of what Black men are lacking. And there's several things that you've noticed, and it really helped check me, because I listen to your stuff all the time. And listen, when I feel convicted, I actually do better, and I can say I am doing better because of people like you. What are we lacking as Black men, and what can we do to improve, in your opinion?
We have no empathy for other Black men.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much you, Jap, and Angry Man make these videos, for some reason, the men who have made it or at the top, they want to help females more than help other Black men. That is the number one thing. When I, as a Black man, holler at other brothers who own companies,
Mm-hmm.
they're stuck on, well, I want to hire the person who has the most credentials. But that's not how the other cultures think. The other cultures think, I want to hire the person that looks like me, that has halfway decent credentials. See, we as brothers, we're still trying to help everybody else but ourselves, at the same time screaming that we're victimized.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me ask you this, because I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I know you can stump it, but a lot of people are going to say, with Black men, I want to give these brothers a shot, but these brothers, they want to take over. They're combative. It's hard to get them to respect another Black man. And so, because a lot of Black men are combative, and they try to undercut you. This is the reason why I don't hire many Black men, because they don't respect Black male authority. They can't work well with other Black men. That's why I stay away from them. This is the reason why I hire Black women or even white women. What's your response to that?
They don't attempt to hire the older ones. It is very rare that a brother 30 will hire another 30 or another 40-year-old. He's always trying to hire the young cats who may not have disciplined themselves first. You got to hire people that have been through some regret, that have been through some letdown. When the white or the Chinese man brings on an older Black man, the older Black man many times is so grateful and appreciative because he couldn't get nothing from nowhere else. He just plays the role. So while that is true of a lot of guys, it's not nearly as true of the older demographic who have been through shit, and they're really trying to just get back into the game. Let me tell you about coders, the computer coders.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't you ever wondered why most of the coders are young as hell? That's because, going all the way back to IBM, most of the people who were into computers at that time have been outsourced. Whether they know they shit or not, whether they certified or not, is irrelevant. So why can't a guy who takes over some NFL contract hire a bunch of older Black coders? He's not thinking like that. He's thinking, well, I got to hire the best coders. But that's not who his competition is thinking like. The Indian guy is thinking, I need to hire other Indian coders when I get this contract. The females are like, I need to hire other female coders. The white man is thinking, well, I need to hire the best, but I also need to hire people who are in line with my way of thinking. Unfortunately, from what I see on my level of dealing with people, these guys, just like right now, I'm dealing with a person that's into quantum computers. Okay. Computers that don't need electricity. Let me say it again. Computers that don't need electricity and will ultimately be self-thinking. Okay. That guy, he don't have nobody, the top of the line, best Black guy or Asian guy around. He has his demographic. So I just think we as Black males who are doing halfway decent, if you go get your practice, shit, hire a couple of brothers who I mean, it ain't got to be a room full of brothers, but hire a couple of them who want to work in the front, and let them know, hey man, look, I need loyalty, I need trust. And don't hire necessarily the young cat. Hire the cat who really needs the work. And you may be rewarded, just like so many brothers who hire fast food managers who are ex-cons. They are very loyal.
This is true. This is true. That is really true. Let me shout out to JPV, man. Shout out for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. He's also a moderator as well as Pie. Don Calypso, Oregon. If y'all want to know what that came from, that's actually a real person. That's Don Calypso. He's been busy at his job, but he's a real person, you guys, and that's him. So shout out Don Calypso. You came up with the term. And I don't know if the video is still up. It's somewhere on YouTube. It is called the suit and tie brother. I actually did some videos on that particular topic on my last channel. What inspired you to come up with that particular topic? And kind of talk to us about how you developed it and what you were seeing and what inspired you for that
one. I'm originally from Acorn.
That's Oakland.
So yeah. So I'm technically not supposed to be in the good position I'm in. I'm supposed to have a record or be in jail or something. And I survived that situation by taking my money and leaving the town. And once I start getting into actual work and dealing with the personalities of people, that Bay Area game had me recognize on when to speak and when not to speak. When to listen and when to just smile. Because as you know, that game we grew up on is I got to get my agenda. I don't need to necessarily speak my mind. I need to get my agenda met. Once I get my agenda met, then I'll do the thing. So I ran into somebody's video. I can't remember who it was. And then I said, you know what? Again, I need to give away some of this game for free because white folks are not bad. Your response to white folks makes you angry at the motherfuckers. And you don't need to respond to them on every subject. Females at the job ain't necessarily bad, but you got to know they always want to go left, no matter how good shit is. So I need to make a video saying, hey, look, why are you there, dude? This ain't Facebook. This ain't MySpace. This is your money. And for a lot of people, the response I got from those videos, a lot of people like, they ain't heard it. And, that's what got me to realize that some of us are just too deep into what our mothers taught us. So I started doing more.
Let me do this real quick. Shout out to Theron Williams. He has an interesting story I just seen. I'll talk to him about that in a minute. $10 super chat. Shout out to Ronald K. Armstrong, filmmaker. Let me do this while I'm doing that. Let me promote News You Need to Know YouTube channel because I'm telling you, man, the brother should have 1 million subscribers. Really, I even said I think he's better. I know he's a better YouTuber than me. Without a doubt, I've mentioned that many times. So you guys are missing out. Listen, go subscribe to the brother right here, okay? If you haven't heard of News You Need to Know, you are really missing out. So go down in the bottom of the chat right now. We have 75 watching. I need everybody to go and subscribe to him. Let me know that you subscribe to him by commenting sub, and that way we know that you support his channel. The brother has awesome content posting, maybe daily. So we want to go ahead and talk about that. We were talking a little bit earlier before we jumped online, and one thing you always say you hold true to is that black men need to stop worrying about what black women are doing and stop worrying about what other people are doing and focusing on their self. Go into a little bit more detail about it because I think it's something that we need to hear.
This is going to scare a lot of your viewers, but there's a little black boy right now who knows that his mother has some sideways teaching that doesn't fit his testicles. It doesn't fit the way that he's going to go in the world. And he does not have an infrastructure of an older black male older black male company, older black male manager to go to. He doesn't have individuals he can go to and say, oh, you got the manosphere, Oshay? Well, I just started my HTML. Can I come work for you as an intern and you just put something good on my resume? See, there's not enough of those.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a manager necessarily at KFC who's a black male, who's like, come under my wing, man. I'm going to help you improve your resume. I'm going to help you get to the next level. You know who he got to turn to? Other women. And that's the problem. Even many a times when he turns to the Latin brother or the white guy, they have a code they've been indoctrinated with. And so for him, if he's acting all emotional and I'm here at the job, but man, why I gotta be on fries again, man? You see, he's in need, dire need. So the solution there, more of us need to be, as much as we talk about how we dislike women or what they're doing, there needs to be more of us at least with a Negro manosphere. I can pull cats into my job. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just got, and this is one of the reasons why I was missing from YouTube for a minute. I'm about to double my salary now. I just accepted a position. I'm doing documentation now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finna double my salary now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not supposed to have it this good. I'm a dope dealer from the hood. The only difference between me and the people out there is I recognize when it's time to move. And I go get the certifications necessary to make those moves a year from now.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's talk about that because we were talking also about the YouTube ad crisis, and there are a lot of YouTubers, some black ones that have been complaining. Field advised said he's going to shut his channel down because people don't want to support, and so did Jay. So I'll not be doing a separate video about that also. But you made a good point about you're able to see trends that are going to happen before they happen, and this plays in your success. Why don't you think other brothers can see the things that you see, and why is it important that we get that kind of game that you have when it comes to that?
Okay, here's why they can't see it. It's just like with the LeVar Ball situation right now on ESPN. Here's a dude who is trying to beat the system at its own game. He did just like you would in music. He came up with a business plan that has its own marketing and everything else, and all he wants is basically to get funded and be a 50-50 partner. Okay. Now, it may seem strange to some brothers who are hearing this for the first time because they are used to people begging the shoe company for a deal. But let me say this, and it's going to blow your mind. Paul George over
Mm-hmm.
in Indiana Pacers?
Mm-hmm.
It took him 6 years to get a shoe deal. 6 years. So the reason why, to answer your question directly, is you got to come with something new and revolutionary. When you look back in history, you look at the black men who used to serve white folks on the train and the cable cars, the service boys.
Mm-hmm.
They got together and created a union. Why did they do that? Because the folks had no choice. If they walk away tomorrow, and that was a bunch of black men recognizing, wait a minute, we run an industry. We control a whole market.
Mm-hmm.
Let's band together, get beat up. You take a loss. You can't feed your daughter. I understand. It's been 6 months. You ain't had no real paycheck. but it's coming. And then you make one of the most powerful unions that America has ever seen. And you let it go because you got comfortable 10 years later.
Mm-hmm.
So I see it from that standpoint, which is, to answer your question, I look at the trends of what is the industry that's not being served by Black men. What is the what is the group that Black men are not a part of? And then how can Black men get in there and capitalize for the sake of men first?
Mm-hmm.
How can they get in and do that instead of going in and say, well, we want to capitalize for the sake of all Black people? No. You go in and capitalize for men first because you benefit from that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then where other people don't see it, it's like I said with the LeVar Ball thing. You see him talking when actually he's responding back to people saying crazy stuff to him. You see him responding, and what's the worst he gonna do? Go back to the same money he was making at first. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a family structure and you got something going on for the next level, just like with you, and this is my last point, so you can get to the next question.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got something going on, there was a doctor who told me today, well, if your friend is in Poland, how is he going to do that? Because such may not be credible. I said, Doc, it really don't matter what he's going to do. He's in the fight. And as long as he's in the fight, he can decide what he wants to go to from there.
Mm-hmm.
He can stay out, go to another neighboring country. The shit is endless. But the point is, he's in the fight. And that's why I see it the way I see it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very, very good. Very good. I really appreciate you coming on here, and we're keeping definitely the hangout going. You guys, do me a favor. If you're in here, like the video because you're getting a lot of knowledge today. Like I said, this is one of the most articulate, and probably not the most articulate. Him and BGS Ibmore, and they've had back and forth, which I liked. It was kind of like a draw to me because both had really good points. Probably the smartest guy in Black YouTube. You guys are really missing out if you don't subscribe to him. Do me a favor and like this particular video that we're on. Okay, like the video, show support, and then you have 89 watching, 46 people like. I'd like you to go ahead and continue to like the video. I see Lavelle in here. Oh shit, what the hell is Lavelle doing? So continue to like the video, and then also go into the actual Hangout chat, and then you will see. Let me get his YouTube here so that you brothers can go over and subscribe. I see many people have subscribed. Click this button in the Hangout chat, subscribe to him, and on all of this. Now, let me kind of go back to this real quick. You're the first brother that I heard saying, stop being mad at women. We have so many brothers, and I'm not going to lie, I've capitalized on it a little bit. There is a economy for roasting women or Black women on YouTube. It is an economy you can make.
Yes,
you can make some money off of it. But I started hearing stop being mad at women. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. Now it's not a popular thing to say because we always want to make the women be accountable, and I understand that. But why should Black men stop being mad at women?
because females don't matter.
Say that again.
In what you're trying, because females don't matter.
One more time, say it again.
Because females don't matter in what you're trying to do and get your shit achieved. Now, wait a minute. Let me be fair. Females in their group are going to tell their women males don't matter. And they prove that all the time. Women have a thing where they've realized, okay, some men care about us. Let me find a way to capitalize off that. Men are forgetting that because they're still looking for the I gotta be chivalrous or fuck these hoes concept. Okay, a female is there for your benefit. Let's talk Boaz real quick. Boaz in the Bible had his own property, his own system going on. He didn't need no chick. He had to have another chick come to him and convince him, hey, if you marry this chick, she's going to make your situation even better. She speaks 2 languages.
Are you there? Let's see here. Looks like he's still here, but maybe he got cut off. Man, he was making a good point too. Let me see if we can get him back. Anyways, listen, brothers. He has some really good information tonight. So seems like we have just a little bit of technical difficulty, but definitely we'll try to get him back on. He'll be coming back. What I want to say is, while we're waiting for him to come back, brothers, is if you noticed, I don't really do a whole lot of black female bashing anymore. I haven't been really doing a whole lot of it for about the last 5 months. And one of the reasons why I don't do it, as bad as black women are, really why we don't even do it on our site anymore, is for what he just said. But black women really don't fucking matter. You know? I mean, the thing is, we need to develop for one another. You know, this is the real reason why we have, the Negro manosphere we have. This is why you see me working with so many black men. I bring this content to you daily. And the reason why we do that is because you matter. Do you understand? It's not about the black community. There is no black community without you. You are the key to if there's any black community. If we cannot reach black men, it's done. It is done. It's washed. And the reason why you see me supporting brothers, or you see me working with brothers all the time. And can you guys hear me? Let me see if you guys can hear me on here. His phone died. Okay. I'm just waiting on him. The reason why, nigga, is because you matter, nigga. Okay, get on the computer. Okay, and and you matter, not nobody else. This is when we do this content for brothers, you're not gonna make a lot of money, but you need it, because if we just help one brother to say that you matter, fuck everybody else. Welcome. And that's why I brought the brother on here. He coming back. Why? Because if you get your shit together, they gonna come. Let me do some shout outs real quick, man. Brothers is in here donating. I thank you, brothers, so much. Rob Rico. What's up, player? Appreciate you. Keith Lamont. Appreciate you. With the $2 donation. Rob Rico with the $5 super chat. Man, I really thank you guys for what you're doing. But again, it's all about your development. It's all about how you develop. And I'm gonna just say this before he comes back. When you look at Africa and you look at how Africa was what it was, and I'm talking about once the colonial masters decided they want to take it, Nigeria, Ghana, Uganda, a bunch of white men just go over there and say, we're going to take it. We're going to develop our own shit. We don't give a fuck if Britain likes it. And some of these people will break away from Britain, like in South Africa, Zimbabwe. This is what other men do. They go there, they do what they need to do, and then the women will come. This is how the shit works, y'all. This is not fucking rocket science. When you take care of your own shit, people don't want to be a part of you. They don't want to be where you're at. And that's just the God's honest truth. You don't have to get married. You don't have to have a wife. You don't want it. But I'm telling you right this. When you take care of what you want to do, folks are gonna flock to you. Let me tell you what I mean before he comes back on. You guys seen Chris Jones in the chat, right? And if you guys on my other channel, you seen Cali Muscles in the chat. I got a following way less than theirs. Way less. But these niggas, they these niggas like, oh, well, he working, he doing something. Well, shit, I mean, this is my kind of brother. They see me trying to do something. And when folks see you trying to do something, they're gonna try to help you out. You see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Put yourself in a position where you improving every year. You shouldn't be the same place you was in a year ago, nigga. Your life should be developing. You know what I mean? If you're in the same place you was in last year, in the same place you were in the year before that, listen, nigga, something is wrong. And that's just the God's honest truth, man. That's the God's honest truth. A lot of us, man, we don't grow. Blaming somebody else why you don't grow. I mean, I'll give you an example. Even my little vlogs that I got, right? This didn't even cost a lot. This is about $400, $450. But the fact that 8 months ago, I didn't even have a microphone. You guys see my channel grow. I had only 2,000 subscribers. Now I got 2 channels. One got 37,000. This one got 7,000. And I can use this GoPro wherever I go over across Europe and show you what the fuck I'm doing. That's growth. You can see I ain't in the same place I was in last year. That's why you fuck with me. That's why you come in here and donate. That's why, nigga. You see, okay, well, this nigga's doing some shit. I'm fucking with him. I ain't no more brighter than I was last year. I damn sure ain't no more cuter. But the point is, black man, get your shit together every year. Every year, nigga, make some fucking growth. Some of you niggas can't stop being in the same fucking place. You know, nigga, move up a little higher, man. You can make baby steps. Just don't be in the same fucked up place. You back, man? Hold on, I think I see him back. He just came back. You back, right? News you need to know.
Yeah. My bad, man. I had to switch to the computer.
Okay. You can switch to your camera. Go to your camera and you can go to your profile picture so that way you don't have to keep the camera going.
Camera, go to profile.
Okay, you keep like this, but I'm just saying it can just go to your it will go to your Obama and your profile picture for YouTube. But if you want to keep it like that, you can. No problem.
Yeah, I don't even know how you even do that.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and keep talking.
Okay, so anyway, just like with the Boaz thing, Boaz had his own situation going on. He didn't need a chick. You know what I mean? He didn't even need a chick. So Boaz, he had a chick sit up here, come to him. No, I did something else. So he had a chick come to him. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
He had a chick come to him and say, hey, look, this female is going to be good for you. You feel me? You lost all the people in your group chat?
No, we're here.
He was like, he didn't need the chick. But another female came to him and said, look, this girl speaks 2 languages. She speaks your servant's languages. She speaks your business language that you speak with the other people you do business with. She'd be a good situation for you. The reason why I say females don't matter is because it's a biblical Islam and Buddhism dictation to men that you only get with females that benefit your situation. The problem is we getting with these $40 escorts, getting amazed with how they dress for something they got at the cheap ass Rainbow, and we want them for sex. Why? You should be making enough money to where you shouldn't be thirsty for this chick for sex. Sex should be the last thing you be concerned about. And this is why when I speak with other cultures, this is why they're beating us. They get sex just like we do, except they are more turned on by property. They want to bust a nut on your grandma's house that you wasn't able to afford and keep in the family. They happy to get that. Yeah. This black guy, he didn't have 20,000, so good. We picked it up for 15,000. mean, you picked up a whole $300,000 house? Yeah, we just found the American loophole where we went and paid the $15,000 worth of back taxes on the house. Now we own the house outright since the son wasn't able to get the grandmother's property and pay for her taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
See, the people in your chat section, they're not hearing that level of game every day because they like, how is that legal? It's legal because you're too focused on hoes and you didn't know shit like this existed. It's legal because, going back to the LeVar Ball situation, you look at Klay Thompson. Did you know Klay Thompson had to go to a Chinese manufacturer to get a shoe deal? How? Why? You mean none of those major cats, New Balance, nobody wanted to give him no. Guess what he did? Same thing Shaquille O'Neal did. Let me go license my name. Shaquille O'Neal don't make shoes. He leases out his name. Shaquille O'Neal sold 150 million shoes. Now, how did he do it? He went to somebody like Don Calypso, who already making shoes under Don Calypso's name. And he said, Don Calypso, tell you what, you making these shoes for $15 on eBay? Let me put my name on them, and we'll sell them for $20, $40, and you give me 20, 30% of the profit. That's how Shaq shoes were born.
Mm-hmm.
Trends, next level of game.
Mm-hmm. Let me shout out Bye Pie, man. Keep up the good work, Oshay. Bringing the brothers together. Thank you so much, man. It was funny. I forgot I saw him on Anthony Brian Logan's channel. He's the moderator for him. And I was like, who are you? He ended up being a good brother, man. Thank you so much for the $40 super chat. Let's keep the conversation going. What else do you think we should be working on, black men?
We gotta be, whatever we're doing, we gotta admit that it ain't enough. For us, I ain't talking about saving the community. I'm just talking about for us. We ain't protected. I'm not protected. If they start hiring, this is why I made videos about how deportations are helping more black males get hired. I've had a couple of dudes get jobs because of deportations. And what dudes got to understand is, I'm not hating on nobody, but living over in Poland, you can't just do no American shit over in another country.
No.
Fuck no. So you can't come to this one and do slick ass shit.
Don't even know.
So what we got to do for everybody listening, man, we got to look around at our immediate shit, family, whatever. We got to say, okay, sister, you know how to cook soul food. You know what? They got this thing called Uber Eats. Why don't I put together $5,000 and we'll start a little lunchtime business people catering company through Uber Eats? Mm-hmm. See, that's next level shit. You got to look at, man, they got all these coders. Why don't I try to unionize the coders? You feel me? Mm-hmm. You got the thing you and I talked about some time ago, black men in white coats. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, trying to put together all the black male doctors. Well, how about this, Oshay? Who's putting together all the male nurses and making them unionize?
Right.
See, I can go on forever. But the problem is, too many of us, when we turn on YouTube, we get entertained, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But how does your life change tomorrow morning? Because if you still holding on to that $500,000 check and hoping that shit work out, okay. I had some people get mad at me, Oshay, because I made that video where I counted out about $20,000 in their face. You had some dudes sit up here. Oh, you didn't see the video?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah. The video was called "I Don't Need YouTube Views."
Okay, I'm gonna go look at it.
Okay, and I did that. And I had some dudes intimidated, like, "You trying to flash?" No, I'm trying to show you I'm a dude from the hood who did not finish his college degree, who's just like you, who understand the power of shutting up and listening to the system and see where I can take advantage. I'm that dude. The system is begging for us to take advantage as men. But guess what? Only some of us are doing it.
Mhm.
And this goes to the point you said about before we started the show, when I said that I had a Pakistani headhunter group contact me about my certification and put me onto this job that's making double my salary now. It should be a blackmail group seeking me out. Where's that company?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to make a profit from finding me.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. It seems like I might be echoing a little bit. Is it your phone?
Oh, me?
Yeah, because I'm echoing.
No. Let me turn the mic down. But
Okay.
oh, I don't hear any echo on my end. But I hate doing it through this computer. I was chopping it up with you through my phone, but
Okay.
I've been out all day handling business. I forgot to charge it.
Yeah, no, that's cool. We'll rock it. Shout out to Amos Coates, man. He is supporting us on Patreon. For $10. I really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and video, and then also let's go ahead and support his channel by subscribing to it. He's really dropping a lot of games, getting back. Do you guys hear me? Let me hear if anybody.
I do not hear you echoing.
Okay. Let me see if the chat here. Okay. And you guys can also look in the chat and you can see his channels here. Okay. That's fine. So people hear the echo, but no problem. We'll continue. What else do you think we should be working on?
We got to understand when not to respond. I'm so proud of you, Angry Man, Ringo, Jap. There's certain shit y'all don't speak on because it ain't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Not like that emotional dude that I don't like. But there's and what's so funny about that emotional dude, I even see him start to take on some of the verbiage that the Manosphere uses in order to be part of his videos now. But I'm not gonna go deep into that. I just don't like fake shit. You know, I've been exposed to Homeboy way before when he was on Blog Talk before he even came to YouTube. He was like, why don't you go to his platform? I did that 3 times. He ran away all 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like when I had the last conversation with that dude where we were talking about black females' least desire. Look, check this out. You may not like them, but you can't use Match.com as your research point for least desired. It's just least desired on that thing. At the end of the day, I just hope black men or men in general stop caring so much about what goes on with females. Go buy you some property. Go start up a company with another brother. You should really not be caring what these chicks are doing. But I mean, I've been screwed over by chicks. And you know what I said? Oh, that's my fault for even letting you get exposed to me enough to go left where it mattered. And that's just, you know, I mean, and sometimes I feel like, okay, the way I approach things, I understand it's hard for cats to grasp because I wasn't grasping it like this 8 years ago. But now I see the vision. It's hard for cats to grasp because I wasn't grasping. Oh, now I'm getting the echo.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I understand it's hard for people to grasp, but you got to put you first, man. I love my mom, but I told my mom, hey, ma'am, I'm working on some man stuff here, and if this conversation that you're having with me can't help me get there greater, let's not have that conversation. I love you, lady, I really do, but you can't have this type of conversation. It's taken 8 months, but now she understands. Her son is on some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she got to respect that now. My sisters, same thing. My older sister borrowed some money from me. I said, well, check this out. It ain't about the fact you want to borrow money. I don't loan out money that I'm gonna miss. But I am all about timelines. So how much time do you need? Oh, about 2 months. Guess what? I gave her 3 months. Did she contact me on time and say, oh, I'm gonna need some extra time? No, she didn't. And to answer your question, I bring up that story because what I did next shocked the shit out of her, but it let her know that I remained on code. I said, let me tell you something, sis, I love you. But I told you timeline was more important to me than anything, right? So you're my older sister. It was your job to communicate with me that you needed more time, not for me to catch you slipping at mom's house. And now you want to tell me you need more time. She said, yeah, you're right. I said, now moving forward, we can't do it like this. That lets her know what her standard needs to be moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think the more of us as men need to have, you don't have to be as aggressive as me, but you got to have these standards for what you're doing so that it don't backfire in your face. Everything going good for Oshay right now. What about 6 months from now? Your code got to dictate to motherfuckers, your teachers, your new boss, you got to dictate, hey, this is what I'm doing. So when I first got hired, I agreed to XYZ, and I'll do this for you, but we gotta, I got my life outside of work. You know, say it with a smile, but you letting the motherfucker know this is my code. And there's just not enough of us staying on code, man.
Why do you think black men have a hard time accepting accountability?
Why do I think who?
Black men. Why are they like other races won't blame so much, but black men accepting accountability? Why?
So let me understand. You're saying that other races don't get blamed as much for stuff going on?
No, what I'm saying is black men have a hard time accepting accountability and critique. Why is that?
Most of us grew up around some good brothers or some good fathers who would punch us in our chest, or we grew up around some bullies or some obstacles we had to overcome in the streets who let us know about checks and balances early. A lot of dudes you bump into haven't had a lot of checks and balances.
Mm-hmm.
Your average dude who has been shot at a few times, he understands peace and quiet. A lot of dudes don't. You know, it's just one of those situations, man, where I think that it's hard to even really answer because it's such a bad personality trait that some people have, man. Nobody's perfect, you know, but imagine this. Let me answer it in this way. Why is it a lot of dudes can't cook their own food? Why is it a lot of dudes can't clean up after themselves?
They've been baby to nobody mom.
Right. Right. You haven't had that checks and balances, man. You've had, metro stuff your way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you over there where you at right now. You got other people in a marriage right now. You can't just fuck up. It's not gonna happen. You fuck up. Where's the person to come through like Superman and save you right now? You don't have it.
Right.
So the moves you make, you weigh the odds. You become, matter of fact, because black men always talk about how logical they are. You become very logical and your options are slim. When you got a safety net and a mama to call, then you start to get a little bit sloppy with your decisions.
Mm-hmm.
One of the brothers in the chat room said about Jordan being a black-owned company. It's not black-owned. 50% of that goes to Nike, even still. So, you got to look at, people are making moves. But you as a man, you got to look at, okay, what move is going to benefit me?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing I was going to say to you about, before you get to the next question, I was going to say to you about being a black Republican. I disagree with that Brian dude on so much stuff. Aside from that, one thing I dislike, and I've been a conservative since 1986. 41 is my favorite president, But I look at it like this. I'm not going to go against my dark-skinned people for the sake of a Republican Party. They come first. America comes second. I know America does some jacked up stuff. Guess what? I'm here. I'm rolling with America. So when you hear Republicans say stuff like I did that thing about healthcare where I was telling people that a lot of stuff that they're saying is bull, because I process this stuff. I process it. So I know when a person is lying to you saying, we're going to do such and such to bring the premiums down. How are you going to do that? Well, we're going to create a tax fund. No, buddy. No. That's not going to work. That's just, you're just going to give somebody a couple of $1,000s for the year, but bills don't work like that. If I gave you 5,000, O'Shea, you probably, in 8 times that you go to the doctor, max out that 5Gs. But you didn't know that because you don't process it.
Mm-hmm.
But now you done maxed out your 5Gs that they gave you, and now everything else you got to pay for out of pocket. You in a John Q movie now. Like, wait a minute. I thought I was covered. What about the tax credit? Nah, bro. Nah.
It's true. Let me ask you as a so probably my last question is: you live many overseas,
Right.
How has it shaped?
Say it again.
How has it shaped you that you live in so many places?
I call myself an international man, and going to those different cultures, not knowing the language, and humbling myself to learn how to ask for a plate, learning how to ask for okra, learning how to just say hi. It was a humbling experience. I'm a 22-year-old with a boatload of entertainment money overseas, putting up concert stage and renting out a home for, back then, $50 for the house. And it was humbling not to have a car, but scooter. When I left when I left Oakland, I had a 1986 Camaro, brand new. So I wasn't hurting for money. But when I got overseas, everything was humble for me, man. It just made it like, you ain't got no friends, family. The motherfuckers want to kill you right now and put you in a... So it made me approach people humble. It made me... I just let go all of that standing on the corner hood shit. And I think slowly I started birthing myself as a businessman. Because I don't know, this person I'm talking to, man, he might own a factory. You feel me? It might be a business opportunity. You just got to open yourself to all that. When I went over to Sweden, and I'm up here getting all this white pussy, I got so much of it that I got tired of pussy. Imagine that. Get tired of fucking, you know what I'm saying? You can feel cold nose. Shit, solo nose. When you get in a situation where you got so much pussy, just like, you want to suck my dick again? Oh my god. Or the chick want to bring her friend to suck your dick because she ain't never had no black dick. You get tired of all that. So it just made me a more humble dude. And when I see dudes like, oh man, I love fucking them hoes. Yeah, you say that now. Let you go over to Europe and get oversaturated with bitches. You'll really get tired of dealing with you.
Okay. Let me do this. I like to bring it tomorrow or next day. I really appreciate you coming onto the channel. Is there anything you'd like to say as we end?
Yeah, man. I'd like to say, get the fucking likes up, man. Y'all got all this fucking good game for free. Get these fucking likes up. Calypso.
Oregon.
No, man, but I'm glad. One thing I'm glad of, and this is just very sincere. I'm glad you're in the power position on this YouTube manosphere shit, because that couldn't have happened to a better dude. While other people disagree with you or what have you, you at least are forever growing, forever moving to the next level, and showing cats through YouTube, okay, here's what it could be. I'm glad you're not some dude who asked for $40,000 3 years ago and still ain't made no fucking movie. And you this July you about to release the most expensive YouTube video ever made, $40,000 YouTube video on YouTube. That's fucking ridiculous. So I'm glad you're not one of those cats. So I just applaud anybody that's trying to help other people. And my last thing is, man, for everybody out there, if you don't own some property, start managing or owning some type of business, even if it's a web page. Start doing something, because there's a young dude, man, who don't want to listen to what his mom is teaching him. And he need to be able to reach out to one of y'all and say, man, pull me in.
Okay. And I appreciate what you're saying. Thank you so much. What I'm gonna do is drop y'all down. So I say one. Shout out to him. Subscribe to his channel and keep supporting him. I'm trying to bring him back. Sorry about the echo. Seems like when he came back, we had an echo. But once again, that's news you need to know, man. He's an excellent YouTuber. As you guys can see, he's very bright. He knows what he's talking about. I'm going to put his link in there again so that you brothers, and you know his brother, I told him, I said, dude, stop changing your damn name. He's like, no, I'm going to come back. It's news you need to know. I'm like, damn, he think this nigga think he Machiavelli or somebody. But, he changed his name. He does his alpha male wisdom, brotherhood lessons. But it's the same person, man. I think whatever his name he changes, might be something new next week. But he's a good brother, man. A very good brother. I want to basically shout out everybody, man, who's been supporting the channel. Like I said, I don't never like to call myself as like the head figure of the Black manosphere or a leader in the Negro manosphere. I just try to do my part. You know, if other people want to call me that and say that's what I am, that's them. What I know is that Black men needed their own website. I know that Black men needed their own media. I knew that it was very difficult for somebody to try to do it. I knew that it was going to be very difficult for a group of people to try to do it without, getting into it. So I decided to take the risk, and it's been working out fine. So I really just try to improve the lives of Black men by bringing people on that are much more knowledgeable than me. Like Steve the Dean Williams, Brotherhood Lessons. Alan Roger Curry has been on here. We had Al Greasy the other night on here. We've had Aaron Clary on here. We've had, we're going to have Lucario, brother from New York. He'll be here on Saturday. We'll have Chris Jones from Pump Texas here on Thursday. I try to bring my audience the best knowledge from other Black men that you can get. I've had Marcus Brown on here. We're trying to give you guys the best we can give you guys, man. And I see David Little. He basically has a lot of questions. We'll answer them next time. But for the other people, yeah, Mr. Lucario, him, yeah. Chris Jones he was here earlier in the chat. So he was here earlier. What I want to do is for you brothers who have not signed up on the Negro Manosphere, the website or the Patreon, we have got so much support. I hear brothers complaining about, oh man, Black people don't support. Man, that's not true. I can tell you the brothers have really been supporting the Negro Manosphere, the Patreon. If you have not signed up, because we post every day, we pay your writers, okay? Here's a Black business where really you sign up at the minimum of $5 a month. Your money doesn't go to an individual creator to buy weave and sandals or to be living in the tricked out place or nothing. I take the money that you pledge, and that money pays Alan Roger Curry's salary. That money pays Obsidian to write. That money pays for Ron Wills to write. You pay Black men to speak for you and have your voice because you don't have a Black male media site. Okay, Ebony.com is not going to voice your opinion. Okay, people like Alpha Male Wisdom, people like me. Okay, we are the ones here trying to put out what is Black male media, and it's independent. Okay, so I make videos on there privately from here. If you have not signed up, $5 a month at the minimum, go ahead and support Black male media. Okay, thank you, Sammy Sosa the Cat. Damn, boy, you rich today. Marcus Brown, thank you, player. So let me go ahead and drop the Negro Manosphere link. So, let me see it for those of you who are in there. Ball spat in O'Shea's head is a wormhole to another dimension. You can say whatever the hell you want, nigga. Keep your money. You can cuss me out. So my brother Ali, not Ali, sister Ali, but Mr. Black on YouTube. Oh, hold on a second, Mr. Black on YouTube. It's a Black man taking our community back. Let me drop his link. We don't have that many videos, but he actually just made one yesterday. So let me go ahead. He don't really YouTube a lot. Let me go ahead and put that on there. All right. Thank you, Amos Lavelle. Give yourself out some new teeth, nigga. And then let me see the brother here, man. So thank you, Lorenzo. He always support David Little, man. Go ahead and subscribe to the Negro Manosphere, man. You subscribed already. Subscribe to our Patreon. A brother like you needs it. All brothers need it. Okay. So if you're a Black man, David Little, you did something. Thank you, man, for your pledge. Appreciate you, brothers. Thank you for what you're, what you can do. And thank you, David. I appreciate you, man. Elizabeth, sleepy, tired today. Yeah, I'm a little sleepy. All right. So, David, make sure you subscribe to the Negro Manosphere to confirm your email. Read the stuff. We have a lot of good information. I really appreciate all of you. As you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out. Peace.